You ready now?
They have Maria Elizabeth?
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, we're starting.
Oh, okay. I'm about to buy Elizabeth.
He's playing Persona Q, everybody. Welcome to our 6th episode, I think, for the podcast. Yeah, I think this is our 6th episode.
I'll buy it later.
That means we've been doing this for a month now. Every week for a month.
Hell yeah! Yeah. Month now.
And in that month, I posted like 2 videos
Really?
of
I thought you
gameplay.
posted everything. I had no idea.
Fucking computer and just issues, man. Issues. But we're doing a podcast and you're playing your game. So should we just wait while you finish? I thought you wanted to talk about something today.
Yeah, I did. Alright, let me just ignore that for now.
Good. Now you talk and I'm gonna eat some candy.
What? Oh, okay.
Not
well,
really.
first, I guess the first thing we can head into. Let's just get anime news out of the way first.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, Dragon Ball Super.
What happened this week?
Goku lost to Hit.
Oh.
In the final tournament.
And you were predicting that he would win.
I predicted that he would lose.
Oh yeah, I predicted he would win because fucking Goku's just Goku.
Yeah, I knew it. I thought he was gonna lose because we had to see Monaka.
Who?
You know, the little guy who can't do anything that Beerus said was supposedly stronger than Goku.
So.
And then they paid homage to Android 18 versus Hercule in the tournament to where he faked being knocked out when Monaka hit him so that they could win the tournament. But you know what else happened in the episode? Apparently, the Lords of Xeno or something made an appearance. And apparently, Beerus and Champa are scared shitless. So these guys are clearly more powerful than Beerus and Champa combined.
So guess what's gonna happen by the end of the series? Goku's gonna beat their ass.
Sounds about right.
That's how Dragon Ball Z works. That's how anime works in general.
Might makes right. Yeah. So yeah, that was actually pretty cool. Seeing the expression, seeing that fight though was just amazing. Like the fact that Hit was talking, Champa was talking shit, right? And all Hit and Goku had to do was look at him. And it scared the ever-living trash out of him during that fight.
Really?
Yeah, Champa lost his aura and everything. And he fell over, and he was just scared. He couldn't even talk.
Damn.
And I was just like, wow. Goku's on a whole new level. Vegeta's officially a bitch.
Well, it's the Goku show, not the Vegeta show.
Vegeta's officially a bitch.
It's always been about Goku.
That sucks.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, so that's going on. And if you haven't seen it, you should try out Kiss Niver. K-I-Z Niver. However you spell Niver. It's a pretty good anime. I just started it like Wednesday. And it's intriguing. It's brand new. Go ahead, watch that. Watch My Hero Academia. And yeah, that's what we got on that. You got anything to add to anime news so far?
The only thing about anime that I learned about in the past week is that apparently there's an official crossover between One Piece. There's a One Piece episode where it's a crossover between Dragon Ball Z and Toriko. And I didn't see the entire episode, but apparently Zolo, Vegeta, and somebody else from Toriko's anime fight as well, pretty much off screen. And they just do it for like the entire episode.
Probably Sunny or Rainbow.
Mm. Now, what's next?
Alright, so moving on. Here's the bread, here's the butter, here's the milk you've been waiting for with those cookies. And those cookies that Nintendo isn't delivering anytime soon.
But you know who is delivering those cookies?
Me.
No, X. X gonna give it to you.
Oh!
God damn.
You mean Deadpool.
Deadpool's great.
Deadpool.
If you haven't seen that movie, go fucking see it.
Please do.
It's the best comic book movie, and I pretty much hate movies in general. I mean, I don't hate movies. It's just that I just don't like going to the movie theater But watching Deadpool in the theater was the most worthwhile thing I've ever done in a while.
Yes, just go watch that shit. That shit was awesome. It's like Guardians of the Galaxy. That was awesome too. You gotta admit that much.
It was awesome, but not Deadpool awesome.
It's not Deadpool awesome, I agree. But like I was saying, back to this information. First of all, confirmed, Zelda Wii U will be joint released with Zelda NX. You know what that means, right? Delayed till 2017. Woo!
Let's see.
To go along with that info, the NX will be released March 2017.
Woo!
But you know what's not happening?
Magnum
The
9.
promised... Damn. But yeah, the promised E3 representation of the Nintendo NX has been confirmed not happening this year. So, we won't be seeing any NX at E3. Not only will we not see any NX at E3, the only playable demo that Nintendo is going to have is Zelda Wii U. Woo! Nintendo, you're fucking up. Like, seriously, in my opinion, 3 years of nothing at E3, you're fucking up. Honestly, a lot of people will tell you, oh, they're, it'd be better if they saved showing the NX off for one of their personal events. I'm like, no. Because nobody's going to see those. Only Nintendo owners are going to see it. When you want a bunch of other outsiders to see your stuff, what better than the grandest stage? A grand stage where you're the only one showing off a new console.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, people are expecting Nintendo to deliver this year. 3 years they have not.
But you know who is delivering? Santa on Christmas.
You mean your parents?
Gotta kill the dreams, brother. Why do you gotta kill the dreams?
Tooth Fairy. Also your parents. Easter Bunny. Old Man Grady next door.
Actually, that was my actual grandparents, but damn, ruined all those kids' hopes and dreams that's watching this podcast right now.
Such as for them, huh? But yes, Nintendo, you're making me mad. The only demo you're going to have is Zelda. And we still won't be able to play that game for yet another year. Thanks, 4 years of waiting. 2017 release. My word. And they think that that's a good idea? Release a new console in March after tax season? No. No one's going to buy that. You should have dropped it holiday season. We all expected NX this year. Let's be honest. We all expected it holiday season this year.
Your parents probably gonna get all
2017. Nintendo, you're gonna have to drop a whole load of new name titles, big new name titles, to suffice through the rest of this year. Because I know one thing's for a fact: we're gonna see some Pokemon Sun and Moon, some Pokemon Go, Zelda Wii U. But you're gonna have to drop new titles. Because when E3 happens, all the stuff that happened that you're in the direct, it's gonna be released already. Mm-hmm. So what? You're gonna show me that Shin Megami Tensei Apocalypse, right?
They better. I mean, most people don't even know about that in America either.
And then that's another problem. So the real thing is, what are you going to do to catch Nintendo fans' attention? Specifically, I'm not talking about 3DS, by the way. 3DS news travels fast without a big event. Specifically in terms of Wii U and your next-gen console, what are you going to show us? Zelda Wii U. That's all we know. That's all you're showing us. And that's a problem. But we know there's still time. So we're going to see in the event, hopefully they're going to drop a bunch of new names for the Wii U. Hopefully they'll be smart and drop some RPGs on the Wii U. I heard also in Nintendo news they're porting Xenoblade Chronicles to the Wii U finally, just like how they did to the 3DS.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the third time that's going to be released. I don't think that's going to sell as well.
I don't think it's going to sell at all. Everybody at this point, if you wanted Xenoblade, you already have it now. At this point. If they released it for 3DS, there's no excuse to not have it. People wanted that game, they bought it online for cheap. or expensive
Well,
amounts.
actually, it's for the new 3DS only.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean, though. But a lot of people have new 3DSs at this point.
I don't really know the statistics on that, so can't really say otherwise.
I mean, not only that, you could play the Wii version on the Wii U.
But here's the thing: the Wii version is technically a rare game.
Yeah, but you can find any rare game online. I mean, I found my copy for $6.
That's because you know where to look.
Amazon.
Exactly. People go to eBay.
God damn it. Or Craigslist.
Yeah.
Craigslist! But yeah.
That's how I got my new job. And that's why, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you... If you want to get a job, go to Craigslist. This is a nice belt.
That's my belt for work.
Damn. Cat can slap a bitch. But yes, Nintendo, you're fucking up. If you, I want to know if E3 is going to be focused on Wii U, or if they're going to be telling me next gen games that they have. I want to see a trailer for a new Metroid. Straight up, it's her anniversary too. You can't just skip out on Metroid like that. We already know what you're doing for Zelda 30th and Pokemon 20th.
Speaking of which, Darkrai is out now. You getting them?
Yeah.
Alright.
Definitely. I left my copy of the game at home though.
Yeah, sucks for you. I got digital download, bitch. I love digital downloads.
That's what I did for Fire Emblem.
I mean, right now, thanks to digital downloads, I can literally play, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 full games downloaded, plus a hard copy of a game in my 3DS.
What kind of SD card do you have in your 3DS?
I believe it is 16 gigabytes or 32 gigabytes.
It's a 32.
It's a total of 200,000 blocks.
I need to switch SD cards then.
Yeah.
Did you just buy it separate?
Yeah. I mean, it has to be a micro SD card for the new 3DS though. But I mean, I got it pretty cheap at Best Buy. But the only problem about getting it is how hard it is to take off the back. Like, it took me an hour to do it. Because there's like these little things on the back here where you have to actually pull back on that after undoing the screws. And it's a bit hard to do on the first time.
Oh, damn. Fuck all that. Me, I like hard copies because I like cases.
Yeah, that's why you keep stealing my cases.
Hey, you give them away.
No, I never said you could have any. I've never said you could have any. You just take them.
Oh, well. Yeah. I mean, you kind of get cases and you throw all your games in a box.
That's because then I know where they all are. I don't want to have to look for the... I don't want... That's because somebody already organizes them. My parents pay for a fucking maid.
And she organizes your cases?
No, that's what I do because they want me to clean up my room.
So you can organize your cases?
No. Well, yes, but that's not the... Think about it. They hire a maid to come clean up the house. But before she comes by, my parents say, clean up your room.
That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Why pay her to do a job that you already did?
I don't know. Hell, the most she does is just clean the bathroom and the kitchen. We do everything else. And we still pay her full price. Occasionally she'll wash my clothes because I hadn't washed them, but... I mean, I guess it's because...
Isn't that taking your money still, though?
Yeah. I mean, it's like... supposed to be like being kind, but we're paying her to do this job. This is her job. I don't... It's not like I cook food for... What? It's not like I cook food for people and then expect them to also cook the rest of their meal.
That's hilarious. Can I get some sides with that? Oh, here's a do-it-yourself manual. Welcome to IHOP.
Welcome to IHOP. I'm gonna make the pancakes. You get to make your toppings from scratch.
I hope you like eggs, nigga. But yeah, like, okay, back on topic though. Nintendo, you're fucking up. What do you think? So far.
Honestly, I've never been disappointed with Nintendo. Sure, the only person that's actually disappointed me so far has been Game Freak with their supposed gameplay footage. That was the only thing that I've been disappointed in the past.
You mean that thing where they just showed the exact same thing we saw already?
Yeah, about 6 years that I've been focusing on gaming news and such, I've never been disappointed by Nintendo.
You've been a 3DS owner for a long time though.
Yeah, I was day one 3DS owner. Bless you.
Sorry. I mean, see, that's the difference though between me and you. I was a console person for a while. I had a 3DS, but my old one was broken. So I really couldn't. I couldn't play half the 3DS games that I wanted to play because most of them were RPGs, and I couldn't read them. Half my screen was black. Well, actually, like 3/4 of my screen became black.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like me, I was always more on a console. And I felt after being a console runner, I realized that Nintendo's been screwing Wii U owners for a long time.
Well, haven't you been noticing the patterns with Nintendo? They've been focusing more on their handheld.
Yeah, that's the problem though.
But no, that's not the problem because they have the best handheld on the market.
No, I'm saying that's a problem per se because they still need to focus on. I feel like they had to put a little bit more focus on the console because of the power wise and the fact that your console failed and the fact that you show people that you don't care much about your consoles in comparison to your handhelds will not make people want to go buy your new console.
But I mean, they still make the most money from their handhelds.
And another problem is they waited until near the death of their console to drop all their big names. Smash Bros. Wii U should have came out when the Wii U came out. Bet it would have sold more then.
Well, they had to fix a lot of bugs.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. They could have at least had a brawl replacement or something. Their own qualified version of Project M that they could have made.
They would never do something like that.
They could have dropped a Zelda. They could have dropped any big main title. Now, Star Fox Zero really could have been ported to Wii U a long time ago.
Star Fox Zero is his own game.
It's basically, like you said, the first one, though. 64.
No, there's still differences. We saw the fucking video.
But I'm saying, like, they could have been making Star Fox Zero before. They shouldn't have waited so long.
Oh yeah, speaking of Star Fox Zero, did you know that there's an anime of it?
An anime of Star Fox Zero?
Well, of the Star Fox universe. I'm not sure if it's of Star Fox Zero, but it gives more backstory on like the Major or General and Andros.
I haven't heard of that, actually.
Yeah.
Did you know who has been delivering though?
X.
Square Enix.
Nah, really?
Yeah. Final Fantasy 15 is going to be huge. It's amazing. Granted, I won't lie to you when I say I preferred the first demo to the Platinum demo, solely because the Platinum demo was short.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I did notice between the two, they completely changed the gameplay style. From the Platinum demo to the Platinum demo in comparison to the first demo that they had. The gameplay styles in HUD look totally different. Now I'm not sure if it's because they're in a different part of the game.
You don't spell HUD, you just say HUD.
Oh well, because they're all caps.
Yeah, but you still can say all cap words as HUD. Because nobody puts dots. They don't separate it. It's not an acronym. It's a word as well. Well, it's an acronym, but it's a word as well.
Okay, well, the HUD looks totally different.
You don't even need to touch it when it just goes into power save mode.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, the level's different. The gameplay is totally different. Like, for example, I noticed that in the first demo, he would automatically switch weapons dependent on sequence. In the new one, you have a dial where you assign the weapon to a different direction on the D-pad, and you would switch the weapon by pressing that direction on the D-pad.
Maybe it's two different. Maybe it's like two different game styles that you can choose from.
It might either be that, or they felt the new style would be easier. Because the first style was you having to learn the sequence that you made.
But isn't one of the problems about Final Fantasy 13 was that people complained it was too easy? Because they were like, you just hit A.
Well, it's not just hitting A. The problem is, I think what I mean like too easy is like not too easy. What I mean by making it easier is they probably felt that the combat was too complicated in the original one because you had to memorize the sequences of which your move came out. In the new one, you can choose which move comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And it still got its difficulty. And actually, I think the enemies got buffed in the Platinum demo because they were way harder. The AI was way smarter.
Well, that's because in the first one they just want to show it off to you, so they're going to make it easier. But with the Platinum demo that you can still play over and over for a short period, they have to make it harder. I mean, that's just like almost basic game design for demos.
Yeah, it was like I liked the Platinum demo. I didn't like playing as Kid Noctis. Not gonna lie, Kid Noctis. It was just boring, kinda, in my opinion.
That's the only reason why the Platinum demo did not give me any hype was because you're playing as the kid version.
Yeah, until the very end of the demo.
Mm-hmm.
Then he turns adult form to fight this thing after he gave the "I'm not afraid" speech.
Mm-hmm.
And he turns adult, and he looks like a badass, and he fights cool.
I am thinking that we should maybe do a playthrough of it.
I'm thinking of it.
It'll be long. We could do it. I mean, we could do it, but at the same time, you'll probably just rush through it at home.
I don't rush through RPGs. I grind.
Yeah, but I mean, that will be grinding off screen as well.
Yeah.
For a lot of other RPGs, you'll just be doing like all. It'll be a time sink for you. That's all you'll be doing at home, I think.
Side questing. Side quest. And Sid is hot.
What?
They made Sid a chick in Final Fantasy 15. And she's this really hot blonde chick. He just got up and left. He just got up and left. Wow, okay. Didn't see that one coming. But yeah, okay, so like Final Fantasy 15 looks great. Square Enix is really delivering. And from what I could hear, we might be getting a release date on Kingdom Hearts 3. And I already know we got some of those fans out. Kingdom Hearts fans everywhere. And it's like, I heard people were talking about, freaking Marvel Superheroes Worlds and Star Wars World. And granted, I don't see that being the case, but it would be really cool in my opinion. Oh my god, he actually left. I'm so surprised. Actually, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm actually surprised about that. What, are you mad about female Sid?
Sid is a guy. He's always been a guy. You can't reuse the same name and change the gender. It's always been a guy. It's always been a guy. Come on.
True.
I also just explained it to my dad, and his answer to me was, "Hello Kitty's not a cat." That was his reply.
Damn. But yeah, Sid has. I will agree that Sid has always been a guy. However,
what do you mean you can agree? That is the truth.
That is a fact. Yes.
He has always
However,
been a guy.
Sid has always changed.
Yeah.
Every game.
But they never made Sid a female.
Well, you already know how this new modern age is.
Next thing you know, Sid is not gonna have an airship.
She doesn't. She fixes cars and works in a car mechanic place. like a car engineer, and she's just uber sexualized. I admit it, she's hot. However, we do understand that. Don't bite my neck off for this, but we're well aware of the current SJW situation and their impact on video games lately. Whether it's Marvel spouting dumb shit like girls aren't in enough video games, which is clearly a lie because almost every video game has playable females nowadays. Actually, there's a lot of games with playable females. More games that I can think of than there are of playable males solo games. There's a lot of solo female lead games that are actually really good. You know, Marvel's about that BS. Marvel's also doing a Women of Power event.
I went outside and sat in my car.
Really?
Yeah. I sat in my car. I had to think about life for like 3 seconds.
Thank you. Yeah, it was surprising, but we all understand that SJWs are kind of trying to take the market at this point. You need a girl on everything, and if you're a guy, you ain't right. You know, that privileged white man. Get out of here with your white male privilege. That kind of thing.
How about we just make every character in every game genderless from now on? Will that please them? Will that please them?
I guess they're into, you know, if you made a tranny, if you make a character who goes by they as a pronoun, because it's the same word.
You use the letter Z in the beginning of everything, like Z, Zim,
Zer. Yeah, you know what? Let's talk about that. Honestly, SJWs are annoying at this point. They can attack the work industry. They can attack political government. But when you decide to assault anime and video games, fictional works of art, basically somebody else's hard work and dedication, and someone else's story and vision.
Somebody else's vision. You're trying to change somebody else's way of seeing things. That is the biggest problem. That's the problem.
We've been enjoying video games the way they were this entire time. And you get mad because you see girls' butts in games. Are you serious? As we all know, Overwatch, how they had to censor Tracer at first, which they totally went and made an even better pose with an ass shot. They said, fuck you, SJW.
Oh yeah, everybody was mad because they took it down, but then they came right back and did something even better, which was fantastic.
That's a much better pose.
It was fantastic.
Because you can see the more curvature of it now.
Oh yes.
They made sure it highlights it.
I mean, the biggest thing is that people can automatically call us can call us misogynist just because we're commenting on a woman's figure. We're not misogynistic just because I enjoy looking at a female's body. What is wrong about that?
I mean, girls enjoy looking at people like Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pratt, and Chris Evans. I'm just saying, it's like if you're allowed to look at a guy in a sexual way, it should be perfectly fine for us to do the same. It's not like every dude walking down the street playing video games is thinking of raping the video game character or raping a girl that they see down the street that looks good.
We're not endorsing rape, though. That's not what you should be getting out of that statement. He just doesn't know how to word things properly.
No, I've worded that perfectly. I basically said we're not a bunch of monsters who go around thinking that we're going to rape people that we think are hot. We're not.
I'm sorry, I'm half paying attention. I'm still in shock about the Sid thing.
The worst part about the Sid thing is that there was a crazy bitch we knew by the name of Sid, and now that Sid is a girl, the first thing that came to my mind when I saw that Sid was like, Sydney? Yeah, I wanted to hit her with the card.
Good. We know a bitch named Sydney. Not even gonna go into the full story.
But yeah,
that's a story for another time.
SJWs though, they're really ruining games at this point because you can't get it. You can't go to like an artist and tell him to take down the Mona Lisa because her top is cut too low.
Here's the biggest thing: half the SJWs will complain about a game that they wouldn't even play in the first place.
Exactly.
You can't complain about a
And
game that has nothing
the worst
to do
part,
with
they're saying, "Oh, we would have played the game if women weren't sexually objectified within the game." And it's like, bitch, you weren't planning on buying the game to begin with. You really weren't. Like, get out of here. Like, for example, Tokyo Mirage Sessions got censored. Here's the multitude of things that women in video games believe. If you're under the age of 18 and a female, you cannot wear a bikini.
Are you typing and
AKA,
burping at the same time?
yes.
That's impressive.
Yeah, if you're, thank you. If you're a female under the age of 18, you cannot wear a bikini. Period. Or a swimsuit or anything. You can't go to the beach. You can't go to the pool. You can't go to a locker room. You can't be hot at the moment. You can't go to sleep. Anything. You cannot wear a two-piece. Period. If you're under the age of 18. Hell, in Tokyo Mirage Sessions, there was a DLC. Mind you, I say DLC. Hey, I love Zero's familiar.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start.
But yeah, there was a DLC for Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Downloadable content, aka you don't even have to buy it. But there's a DLC for swimsuits for males and females. However, they ignored the male swimsuits and immediately goes to the female swimsuits. It's just like, that's a no. So here's what they decided to do. They upped their ages to 18. I was like, okay, that's cool. But then they decided, we're still going to get rid of the swimsuits entirely. So America is going to be losing content. They're dropping an entire DLC just because of maybe 2 or 3 feminists were yelling at the top of their lungs about girls wearing swimsuits. As if they've never worn swimsuits before. And back to the butts thing, let's be honest. Oh, why is it that guys, when they make girls video games, focus so much on girls' behinds? Or they make the girls wear clothes that exemplify their figure? I was like, I don't know. What kind of pants are you wearing right now? Skinny jeans? Oh, I guess those don't hug your figure or anything, right? Oh, what kind of shirt are you wearing? V-neck? Oh, cleavage, right? I guess that's not there either though, right? You don't dress like this every single day, and we're just actually representing you the way you're showing yourself. Oh, that's definitely not how it is. Guys just made the swimsuit. You never wear a swimsuit in your life though, right? You never been to the beach. That's not a thing. And that's what I'm getting at. They're sitting up here attacking us for what? Being a little bit perverted, I guess. That's what it seems like. At this point it's like, oh, if you're a pervert, then you're a sexual predator. That's what it seems like. And hell, the worst part is like they don't care what other girls think in the situation. And that's something I also noticed is that there are a majority of girls don't even think this way, but the few that do act as if they represent every single girl.
Mm-hmm.
And it's annoying. It's like SJWs just stay away from video games. They're saying they're like, the market's sexist. They don't have enough females working on video games. I was like, want to know why? Because you didn't go fucking get a degree to go work on video games, and you chose not to. Nobody's preventing you from going to go get a job and make your own game. And it's like, hell, at this point, though, nowadays, even comic books aren't safe. Comic books, they're sitting up there turning popular men heroes into females like Thor, and completely just getting rid of the male version entirely. Or just making the superior version of popular male characters like Silk and Spider-Gwen in comparison to Spider-Man. And it's just like, that's kind of getting annoying at this point. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all for girl power. However, for example, comic books, you cannot tell me that there aren't a shit ton of powerful female characters in comic books. You cannot tell me that there aren't a shit ton of awesome females in video games, or in anime, or in all types of media, period. There are awesome females in every type of media, despite how they dress. Here's the worst part about SJWs, though. They really don't even know what they want to fight for. Because they're sitting up there like, oh man, you're not allowed to dress like a slut in video games. You can't dress girls like a slut in video games. But then they get on people about slut shaming when they're basically doing the exact same thing to these virtual characters.
It's because they're not real characters. Or real people.
Yeah, but if they aren't real people, then they should be allowed to dress however the fuck they want, right? Mm-hmm. Exactly. There's like, you're not allowed to slut shame. You can't tell girls what to dress. Okay, you can't tell me what I dress my characters in then, right? That's fair. But you're mad at girls who are exposed in video games. But you're totally for super exposed females in real life. Make up your goddamn mind. You're over sexualizing girls? No, we are not. Go on Instagram. You'll see girls wearing way less. Go anywhere. Cosplayers, all this other crap. It's just like, you really think that a majority of girls hate revealing clothing? They really don't. Some girls just don't care about revealing clothing. Most girls don't actually care whether the clothing is revealing or not, as long as they like it, as long as it looks good or is comfortable. There's like, honestly, you really can't just go attacking people because they drew a piece and it happened to be a girl in a bikini. Nobody got mad at people for sculpting nude women and men statues back in the day. Nobody gets mad at people for doing that now. It's just annoying. They need to really just quit at this point, because honestly, what it seems like is like, I feel like most of the people are divided. In all honesty, I feel like feminists at this point are divided between one another. And it's like, because you got feminists who are fighting for real things, and then you got the feminists who are attacking media for no reason other than to spread their piece, and their piece doesn't make any sense because they really wanted to do something. They just make a game. It was like, oh, we got bitches like Anita Sarkeesian who raised millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, however much she raised, to make a series that she didn't even make. She took all your money and didn't even use it to produce the series that she was supposedly talking about. For over many years have passed where you guys have all been supporting her, and all she did was use you to take some money and get some spotlight. That's all she did. Now she's sitting there wealthy, doing whatever she wants, not caring about your social issues and all that crap. And that, what do you have to say about that? Oh, she's still there. Anita Sarkeesian is this, that, and the other. She's such a paragon. Anita Sarkeesian can eat a dick. I was like, with all that money that she raised, she has enough money to make a video game her damn self. I was like, you want to talk about impactful video games? You really don't even need a lot of money to make a good video game. For example, we had such a huge name drop in Undertale, where Undertale was cheaply made, but it's written like gold, in all honesty. And that's why everybody loves Undertale. And that's why a lot of people will talk about Undertale. That's why you probably heard about Undertale and were hearing it so much that you got tired of it, because it was good. So with all that money she has, you cannot tell me that she couldn't make her own video games. You know, ones where I guess everybody's a female character and you're beating up on male predators. You know, how her videos consist of misrepresentation of what you're supposed to do in video games, your task and whatnot. Like, for example, Splinter Cell, how she claims that you're supposed to basically abuse and kill strippers when you're penalized for doing so, first of all. But second of all, the entire basis of the game is to sneak. And the majority of the game doesn't even have women to kill in it. But, you know, that's okay. She'll keep showing that one part where she personally chose to attack those women and drag their bodies around. But the people ignore that. It's just like, but I'm so sick of it. In all honesty, how they're double standarding everything. First of all, how could you honestly say that men aren't sexualized in video games? Look at Kratos. That dude walks around in underwear all day with nothing but unrealistic body builds.
Okay, frankly, everywhere, especially in movies, men are sexualized. I mean, this fucking thing. Just look at
Sure.
50 Shades of Grey and just Twilight.
Exactly.
That
They took
is
the
girl
ugliest
fan
girl.
service. The movies.
Pretty much. It's like you'll see all these chicks just complaining about how much they're sexualized. I was like, you ever seen a Gillette razor commercial? Ever seen a commercial for deodorant, shampoo,
Fucking Old
spray?
Spice.
Yeah, or gum. Hell, bubble gum. You ever see any of those commercials? No.
I mean, it's one of the biggest things in marketing. Sex sells.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a guy or not, or a girl. They both are about equally sexualized when it comes to media. You just pick and choose what you want to show off. And that's the problem. You think that it only happens to one group, and it really doesn't. And it's like, oh, girls don't like it when you catcall. But then girls will catcall and hit on guys all the time. And, I guess since we're guys, we don't really care. But I guess you find it a problem if you see a dude who's unattractive to you hitting on you.
I mean, the difference between if a guy is creepy or if what a guy is doing is creepy or attractive to you, or if it's the line between creepy and flirting is how ugly they think the guy is. That is
Pretty much
how girls think. I mean, you can deny it all you want, but
it's true.
It's really true. Even a lot of females will admit to that.
Yeah, in all honesty, that's super true. It really is. The line deciding whether or not you're a creep or not, just for trying to talk to a girl. Now, you can't say hi without it being considered trying to get in their pants. And it's just like, it's all dependent on whether or not you look good to them. And like, it's so annoying though. It's like, but they want to talk about how women are only judged by the way they look. I was like, so are men. You judge men every single day just from looking around. You really do. And that's just the fact. I hate the whole women can't rape argument. I hate the whole women don't cheat argument. That shit's dumb. That's almost as dumb as people saying black people can't be racist. That shit's dumb.
Now we even saw a video a couple weeks ago where we saw black people being racist to white people. Remember that?
Yeah, it's like the worst part of them is when you say to other black people that black people can be racist, their definition of racism is completely different from the actual definition of racism. According to them, racism can only be institutional. And that makes absolutely no sense. Racism is the belief of superiority of another race. And that basically means that almost everybody's racist. And that's just kind of how it is. And it's like, but you see black people hating on, denying white people all the time. I was like, you want to know what's racist? White people not being able to say nigga, but black people can. That's racist on its own. They can't say the word simply because they're white.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Of course, you'll hear people, oh, well, we just appropriated the word this, that, and the other, and they shouldn't be allowed to say it anymore. And I was like, why? Because they're white. And that's exactly what I just said. It's because they're white that they can't use the word. AKA, it's racist. Like, period. That's racism. If they can't say a word simply based on the fact that their skin is colored differently from yours, that's already racism. No matter where the word came from or how you're using it is racism. Period. Racism is more than just institutional. Institutional is just one category within racism. Like, seriously. It's a category within racism. Institutional racism isn't all of racism. But that's what black people act like whenever you talk about it. And that shit's annoying. There's like, black people are annoying at this point. SJWs are annoying at this point. Politics are annoying at this point. It's like, honestly, America's feeling like a pretty shit place. It's like all of our favorite titles getting censored and all this crap because of SJWs and appealing to like the small few. You know, those people who got the game censored and chose not to buy the game anyway. Because, for example, back to Tokyo Mirage Sessions. At this point, 90% of the people who wanted to buy the game based on the first trailer alone, when they showed all the Shin Megami Tensei and Fire Emblem characters, when they showed that trailer, let's just say 100 people, 100% people wanted to buy it. Once that first trailer dropped and they saw what the game was, 90% of those people left. And now you're punishing the 10% of people who want to buy the game with censorship. And I'm pretty sure 10% of those people are majority a bunch of dudes, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the girls who got this game censored are more than likely not going to buy the game. Hell, most of them probably don't even know what Shin Megami Tensei is or the mainline series. Not trying to actually be sexist, but the fact of the matter is a majority of women honestly don't buy Shin Megami Tensei unless it's Persona.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they only know about the Persona series or they know about the other series but don't care for them as much.
I also feel like a lot of women don't understand like the definition of being a gamer or an otaku. Is like, oh, I play this game or I watch this anime, so I'm a gamer / otaku. Like, no, being a gamer means that you invest almost most of your time playing video games. Being an otaku means that you're investing a lot of your time watching anime almost 24/7 and keeping up with all the latest manga. Just because you watch one thing and like it does not mean that you are almost an expert in that entire field.
Or that you even like everything else in that field.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that you can't like one anime and like anime. However, the term otaku is kind of a nice title that, like, a derogative term that we turned into a nice title. Kind of like nigga, for example.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we took otaku, made it a title for those people who enjoy anime as a whole. There's like, because, like, say you like Dragon Ball Z, but you hate every other anime. You can't call yourself an otaku if you hate every other anime, but only like Dragon Ball Z. You just like Dragon Ball Z.
Mm-hmm.
There are plenty of people who aren't considered otaku who like Dragon Ball Z. I know a lot of ghetto people who like Dragon Ball Z, and that's about it. Or Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I was like, you can like very few anime and still be an otaku, but that's if you actually care about, you know, anime and Japanese culture at that. Me, I'm an otaku and a gamer combined. That makes life kind of hard, in all honesty, because you gotta find time to do a little bit of everything you like, and a lot of time is lost sleeping. And it's like, but I honestly, in all honesty, I understand that there are a lot of real gamer girls and real otaku girls. And the truth of the matter is, they're the majority of girls that are gamer girls and otaku girls are the real deal and are totally against people like Anita Sarkeesian and Zoe Quinn and all that other BS. They're totally against crap like that. However, their voices are unheard solely because they're less popular or because the likes of those types of people with big names act as if they speak for everybody when they really don't. And of course, the dudes who are on their sides is more than likely just trying to get inside somebody's pants and won't. I'm not even gonna lie about that. That's what we call a fuck boy. In all honesty, those types of SJW supporters are fuck boys. Simply put. You got anything to say on that? You got anything to say on that?
You know, I tuned out like. How long have you been going on this rant for?
About 20 minutes.
Yeah, I tuned out about 23 minutes ago. I'm Ring Familiar of Zero. It's a fantastic look. And a fantastic anime. But seriously, I do understand where you're coming from. I honestly can't stand these kind of people who think that just. I mean, it's just that people think that just because of they see something that doesn't like them that they can that they have the final say of what can go through. I mean, that's pretty much what's going on. They see something they don't like, and instead of just like, oh, I'm not going to buy that or support it, they're saying change it. That's not how things work in this world, and people just give into it. I mean, we want to be game designers, right? If somebody is going to complain about our game, we're not going to change it. We're just going to say, then this game is not for you, right?
Yep. In all honesty, but it's not like they were. If you don't like the game, you're not gonna buy it. If you don't like the anime, you're not gonna watch it. If you don't like the movie, you're not gonna go see it. If you don't like the park, you're not gonna go there. If you don't like the food, you're not gonna eat it. Simple as that. But don't go and try and get rid of that thing just because you don't like it. Somebody else may like it. And that's what it boils down to. You're cutting the experience for somebody else because you're selfish and only your opinion matters.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. You shouldn't be cutting the experience for somebody else.
Gandalf. Fucking Gandalf. They fucking took Gandalf from Lord of the Rings and put an R at the end. What were you saying? I'm sorry. Not really sorry, but what were you saying?
Oh yeah, this is the new Sid.
Oh. Fucking tits.
I told you she's hot, but she's not Sid.
That's not Sid. That's like Cloud and Tifa's Sid or
daughter.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be funny if that would be what Sid was. Just Cloud and Tifa had a daughter, and they named her Sid.
I mean, honestly, the difference between the times doesn't look that too different. I mean, it could just be a difference of about 100 years, to be honest, between 7 and 15, from just how the two worlds look. I mean, they still got kingdoms, but they have more advanced technology. What are you doing?
I was just looking at it. I like the way it looks.
What? Oh yeah, you got a skin for your 3DS. You fucking nerd. You already had a good looking skin or just a normal skin already. Looking on it, and you just covered it up.
Black Rock Shooter. That's why I'm an otaku.
Yeah, you can use that word right. You can use it right out.
I mean, I really am. I'm wearing an anime shirt right now. Anime on my wallet. Anime on my 3DS. Anime on my phone. Waifu.
Mm-hmm.
It's just everywhere on me.
You're an otaku and a gamer. I'm not an otaku because I barely pay attention to like anime and such, but I enjoy watching or reading some manga every now and then.
You're reading manga right now.
I am a gamer because that's what I do almost
full-fledged.
Yeah, I do that in almost every little bit of free time. I am almost always playing a video game.
A good one.
Except for that one fucking video game. I wish.
Why do you still have it?
Because I want to try to get us a PS3 capture card, so that we can do a small fucking series Digimon. Of how bad this game is. Wouldn't you want to do that?
Digimon, oh my god.
It's Digimon All-Star Rumble. It is not only the worst Digimon game I played, but the worst fighting game, and just the worst video game I've ever played. I mean, it's not even because it's glitchy. It's a full, complete game, and it's
surprisingly
terrible. Oh, I
you
did.
would think it was
Wasn't
a
there
poorly
like?
funded
Isn't there like a
indie title.
Digimon Cyber Sleuth game that came out?
Yeah, and I heard that game was pretty good.
I want to try. I don't even know what it's about. Is it just detective work?
I don't know. It might be. A lot of people have a lot of good things to say about it, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're 50 minutes in, and we haven't even talked about what we've been playing the past week. You go ahead. What have you been playing?
Fire Emblem Fates.
That's all?
Kinda. And Persona Q.
Oh yeah, you're needing to catch up on your 3DS games, haven't you?
Yeah, because I'm finally getting a new 3DS. I'm just relishing in the fact that I can actually see.
Mm-hmm.
And I still haven't even put Smash Bros. In.
Oh yes, because your brother took it.
Granted,
Okay,
I have no reason to put in Smash Bros.
Shall we say a little bit of what your brother did? Go ahead and say it.
This nigga took my card, right? My debit card when I was with Alex. And
You mean Wolf?
I'm not talking about you.
Oh.
Yeah, he took my debit card.
Goddamn.
And basically, he made a $222 purchase in my name and ordered a new 3DS for himself, thinking that I would never even know it. And he was deciding that he was going to try and come home and get it before I was even there. Luckily, I got there thanks to Wolf.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
early, and I took the package.
Yeah, last week you were with Alex, and then I picked you up because you were working with him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, this week I'm back again with Wolf. I actually didn't see Alex this week, honestly. Yeah, honestly, I didn't see Alex this week. But
he's a great guy though.
Yeah. Kind of perverted. But
oh, the worst.
but yeah, while I was hanging out with him last week, he took my card and made that $222 purchase, and I took that guy.
It was fantastic because when I picked him up, Jostar went to go change after because I picked him up from his work. So he got this little slip. So we went to the front office. He just walks in. He walks right out with that package, and I'm just so fucking. I'm being like, let's go sell this thing and get him back. But he's getting the money back for it. So.
Yeah, I'm getting the money
back.
The
worst thing is that Jostar's brother has his girlfriend paying back. His brother's got no money. He has his girlfriend paying for everything.
And she's so whipped. Like, seriously, he must have gave her some good dende because like he must beat that back until she has a spastic colon.
Damn.
Like, she can't even hold it all in anymore. That's how much he must beat that back, because she will buy him anything. Which is why I don't understand why, if she had the money, she wouldn't just buy his ass a 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess he didn't want to ask for a $222 purchase. Well, now it's coming out of her wallet anyway, because I want my goddamn money back. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I guess my Hearthstone just downloaded. So I'm finally about to try out some Hearthstone. Wish. Blizzard Entertainment. Oh, well, last second advertising. Get Battleborn. Well, pre-order it. Pre-order Overwatch if you haven't. You'll get access to the beta if you pre-order before the 3rd of May.
Mm-hmm.
So you might want to fucking hurry. Is Sylvanas in this game?
Yeah. She's a card. I got a golden Sylvanas. He's booting up Hearthstone on his phone. But, I mean, it was fantastic because I got her from just a random card pack opening. You can buy packs, or you can just buy with real money. And I actually got it from the in-game currency. It was fantastic. I was so happy.
I have a serious question, though. Can I just buy a specific card?
You can't buy specific cards, no. But you can buy cards in bulk and hope you get that card. Well, wait, no. You can disenchant cards for dust, and then you can use that dust to get a card. Then you gotta go through the tutorial.
It says free cards.
Well, that's because you're getting the starter cards. You have to unlock starter cards by beating certain classes. You start off with a mage deck, and now you're going to be fighting you're going to be fighting a preset tutorial. But I guess since you're playing your Hearthstone, I'll be talking for the rest of it. I'll do what I've been playing. So, what I've been playing this week, I've been playing a couple of 3DS games. I've been playing a little bit of Persona Q as well. Been trying to finish up on Bravely Second. I'm almost at the end of the game. I'm just trying to max out all the classes right now because I finally unlocked them all. What else have I done? Oh yeah, I got 2 episodes recorded of Darksiders, the first one, and I've also been playing that on my a bit further in my free time, so I can know the optimal way to get some bonuses and such for people to see. And that's a really fun game. It's very Zelda-ish, but it's also very beat 'em up. Darksiders.
Oh yeah.
But the biggest thing that I am really hoping to do is after Darksiders is Darksiders 2. Because after that, you're not playing as War like you are in Darksiders, you're playing as Death, his brother. But as Death, Darksiders 2, it just seems like a much better game because there's a lot more movement and climbing, but still the same amount of combat.
I got stuck playing Darksiders 2. That game made me so mad sometimes.
But I mean,
it's so long. Oh my god.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's
even more RPG like because you actually level up. The
best part about that game is you can actually fight things that you are too weak to fight and still actually have the chance to win.
Well, the same thing happens in Witcher, Witcher 3, which is why I love it so much. But I mean, in both games, what I love most about it is that you get to use pretty much both our favorite weapons that any character can use. I would say, which is the scythe. We love playing as characters that can wield a scythe, don't we?
I actually used the claws in that game.
The claws for Darksiders?
Yeah.
Oh, but I do love Death. How his starting equipment is like dual scythes that can become a single scythe.
Dual scythe. You
just put them out. You can't fight. But this is about an hour. I think that's good enough for what we can say. If you're watching this, pretty much on the day that this is uploaded, then you can expect within the next couple of days my first episode of Darksiders coming up. And I think we will also be recording an episode of a new game that we can try out. It's definitely a lot shorter. Well, not shorter, but easier to record that we can play.
And why?
Yeah, because that's fucking tutorial.
Oh.
I'll be surprised if you didn't. But, yeah, that'll be it for now. So, see you all later. And this is Wolf.
Have to do all this? This is Jostar.
And this is us signing out.
Signing out, Nick.